Some of them want catch 'em all. Yeah. And when you patanja, so when you mommy what patanja, shut the mommy your mouth all day. Oh no, shut the mommy your mouth all day. Oh yeah, shut the mommy your mouth all right. Mama, what you telling me something? Papa, what you telling me something? Rasta Madai, it is a jaya, it is a jaya, it is a jaya, it is a jaya. No, tatanata, Zagumbai, to Samaji Mamokodo, say, Samaya Bonia, Kachamo, yeah, Samaya Bonia, Kachamo.
Yes, we're bringing you the legal matters.
Wait to not pay for away.
Today we're going to be talking about permanent residency applications. I've got a very good news for most of our listeners. Mr. Boche from Telford, if you are listening, you're listening good. You sent me on a mission and the mission has been accomplished. You called this show some time ago and you are a regular listener to this program. And I know Mr. Bismarck, you are also listening to today's program. I will call you the brave heart because you are the one who paved the way or who has paved the way for a lot of people to benefit. So today is going to be a wonderful day for most of our listeners. If you are hearing us, if you are listening to us, share the program with all your loved ones. Today is an interesting day. Because the advice that we used to give about certain types of applications has also changed due to a progress that we have just made this week. Like we always do, whenever there is an update, we will bring you the update, and whatever helps our people, we will always bring you the good news.
This is Africa ready.
Share the news, share the program with all your loved ones. Today, we will also take this opportunity to advise people in relation to British citizenship applications and also the confusion that appears to be occurring, that a lot of people are getting very, very, very confused. We will try our best to also explain it to people when individuals do qualify to apply for British citizenship. We will look at the old law, especially those who were or are married to EEC nationals. They are now holding permanent residency. What are the risks? What is the law if they want to apply for British citizenship? Yes, share the program of your loved ones. We are just about to start the program. And I believe that, you know, there's a lot to learn from today's topic. So where do we start? You will start from applying for permanent residency, the requirement, the documents needed, and the rules. Do you qualify for permanent residency? And if you do, when is the right time to make such applications? Yes, and then you didn't sempano ebrem wati. It's also free when you be CC, so I'm feeding into Fire Life Radio. You program now, meme free and kase afi na mpesi mi busa me question. And I said topic be na okan ho asem no. Say ekruma de ye the time ana eye adwuma. It is when Timmy and Timpa, you can always go back to Facebook and YouTube to listen to the program. Sana yeyeno at the studios of Fire Life Radio. Paulina Coffee, baby, I will be a church and anope and area. And the program no a yebeka amnesisi so na esisi so na afe yehu baby a yegina. Ene edebe na yede ebedwam anase ede na yeba beka ho asem. Ene yebeka bibi about permanent residency card. Say we a family member of European national. Ana yama 5 years. Yama 5 years. Ama sisi utamaso e was say we application for permanent residency card. Na emrepi no question enkrofo ebusa ne say yama 5 years na time obey ana e was say we apply for your permanent residency card. Say ye behwemu year emrepi no obi wo ho a before so de ne visa na ebeko no na ebia one ni kunu anasa ne yere na aware. In some cases no ebi wo ha 2 years, ebi wo ha 3 years, ebi wo ha 4 years. Obi ompo a or the application no echo at the right time, or the application no echo at the right time, but be a delay from the Home Office, and I say be a due to refusal or lawful refusals of their applications in Tino. Now be a home man son kwa atiki about 4 years, 5 years, in some cases 6 years before say ye be granted. Ebia almost 5 years no idea amano. Now it has always been a question. Say enunti no say o counto say obeye permanent residency. Do you count from the time of marriage or you count from the time ye de visa no ema enipa no? Makana fidie so ada. Esa to be on the safe side, no. Count from time a visa ni ba nipa no. Because me hun cases whereby the Home Office counted from the time in which the visa has been issued to the individual rather than the time that the individual actually married. Enti dia kanyina no anything. Dia ye kan say ohwe mranima o se oni EEC ni eware na se matene krumwa continuously for 5 years. Na EEC ni no I exercise the treaty right for a continual period of 5 years. Na se wo so no why a family member for a continuous period of 5 years and you have resided with the EEC national for a continuous period of 5 years. Ceteris paribus, all things being equal, then you could make an application for permanent residency. This is the common sense point of approach. But yenim say enye neme nyina so na eye simple. There are people who will submit the application to the Home Office for residency card which is valid for 5 years. You put in the application, Home Office refuses your application, you appeal against the decision, the case goes to court, it takes 1 year for the court to call the case, it takes another year for the Home Office to issue you with the visa. And therefore, in effect, you have spent 2 years fighting for a 5-year visa. Once you get the 5 years, the question is, do you have to wait for the 5 years to come to an end before you apply for permanent residency card, or you can count from the day that you actually got married to your partner to apply for the permanent residency card? I have always taken the cautious approach because of experience and what I have seen and encountered. So before this week, the advice was that you have to wait until such time that your 5-year visa is about to expire, because that was the sensible thing to do. Because I've seen cases in which the Home Office have failed to count from the time that the individuals got married and therefore became a family member, rather have counted from the time that they issued the visa. The Home Office argument was that even if you were married, we did not recognize your marriage until such and such a time. So for that reason, we will count from the time that we give you the visa. So let's look at an example. Say your name is Kwadwo Boateng. You are a Ghanaian. You are married to, say, Janet Springer, as an example. You and Janet Springer met and married in the year 2000. You did not bother to put in your application for residency card in the UK until 2013. So that means you've already been married for 3 years, and you and your wife, Janet Springer, have been living in the UK as family members for 3 years. However, you decided to put your application in for residency card in 2003. For example, let me bring the years forward so that it makes it simple. Say you got married 2010, and 2013 you decided to put in your application. You'll be married for 3 years. Fine. 2013, you put an application in for European residency card as a family member of Janet Springer to enable you to live in the UK legally. The application was refused in 2014. You took the case to court. You fought the case and fought the case. 2015, you have been granted 5 years residency card. The question is, in this case, at what time can such a person apply for permanent residency card? before this week, my advice to people was always to play safe, because I have seen a case where Home Office have counted the 5 years from the time that they granted the initial visa, which in this particular example will be 2015. And therefore, in effect, the argument was that you can apply for permanent residency in 2020. However, from the common sense approach, one would argue that since the parties have been married from 2010, then of course by 2015 the person must qualify for a permanent residency. In the past, we did an application that the Home Office raised that issue, and on that basis the application was refused, on the basis that they were counting from the time that the visa was issued. And in that case, or in this example, if the visa was issued in 2015, then the 2020 is where the person will qualify for permanent residency. Like someone will say, law is interpretation of words. Even though in the past, I attempted 2 cases. One was successful, the other one was not successful. The same issues. However, it took one brave man again to come and see me and say, Mr. Darko, I understand what you are saying. I understand the argument that Home Office are making. But I am prepared to have a go. I took it upon myself and I saw it as a challenge for me as well. So I was then able to take my time and break the law into pieces and make a reasonable submission, and hold and behold, this week the application has been successful. And therefore for me, this is a new precedent that I can build cases upon cases on, i.e. to get people's indefinite for them on the basis that they've been married to an EEC national for a continuous period of 5 years, and the parties have resided in the UK for a continuous period of 5 years, notwithstanding the fact that the visa perhaps has not come to an end. And therefore, in short, if you are a family member of an EEC national and you can prove to me that your marriage, not the visa, your marriage has your marriage has what's the word, lasted for at least 5 years in the UK, regardless of when the visa was issued. If you can prove that your husband, your wife, who is the EEC national, has exercised treaty right for a continuous period of 5 years, and you and your husband or your wife, who is the EEC national, has remained in the UK for a continuous period of 5 years, and your relationship is ongoing, subsisting for 5 years in the UK, and you are able to provide me with the necessary documentation, I can tell you that you stand a good chance of getting your indefinite leave to remain, aka permanent residency card, before even your visa expires. Yentie ni pa. Asema meka ni se uye EEC ni anasa uye Ghana ni. Wa worry EEC ni ebia mo worry the year 2010. Udi application ko tumu ebia 2013 because you could not be bothered to put in the application quick. Or marriage certificate, the date of marriage is on the marriage certificate. And the other application continued 2013. 2013, or the continue for one reason or the other, the application was refused. Your refusal application, you know, and see ho. Anna also oye dien. Anna also so oye appeal. Oye appeal no eteki another 1 year. And that means he say, why you a family member of an EEC national for a period of 4 years? Oh, the application continue 2013. Oh, worry 2010. Oh, worry 3 years. And therefore, what they call court, so I think it's some time. You the visa number. You the visa number. Ebia, I take you 1 year or sometimes 2 years in order to get the visa. Before this week, now the question has always been said. Since I only worry for more than 4 years, Martina Kromua as married couple for maybe more than 4 years. Ojire anase ukunu oye yisi ni no aye adwuma for more than 4 years no. At what point would you make an application for permanent residency? The safe approach has always been said. Do the application when your 5 years is about to expire from the time I may issue visa. The reason why I base my decision and my advice on the safe approach was the fact that sometimes there have been cases in the past where the interpretation of the law by the Home Office has been said they will count the 5 years from the time the visa the because as far as the Home Office were concerned, that was the time issue visa the and therefore recognized the marriage. But from the common sense point of view, the marriage certificate should tell us when you actually got married. Not only that, it is also common sense. Say, oh, yeah, calculations in it. Then you have to count from the date of the marriage, which is on the marriage certificate, rather than the time Home Office when a buju oma the visa animal. Etinana acquire a bit of a debate. In the past, I submitted 2 applications, the same issue, but different interpretations of the law by the Home Office. In one application, they accepted the argument, they issued the visa. The other application, they said the person does not qualify. The reason they say, time when we issue visa, they are counting the 5 years from the time when we issue visa. And therefore, before this week, the advice had always been said, and the change after 5 years when we issue visa, then you apply for permanent residency. However, this week, Papa Bibehume, for confidentiality, I may say, so no, I mean opportunity. Then I saw no, I can say yes. With your bumidin, yes. Then I will mention. Came to see me about 3-4 months ago, and basically me today me see canon me chire bibia mo chire ne sa. Na me chire mo chire ne sa no. I'm not a lawyer. I can understand, but sometimes we need to test the law. Anna, sa issue is to see issuer, Mr. Boache from Telford. And me say wa fre FD so ebusa questions weighing. Basically we have a bit of discussion about it. And so no catch me say obuabu ne ho ano. Because ono ba ne worry 5 years no ebeso me say ending of this year and I say next year. So he was prepared to come forward for us to go and test the law. However, another brave heart, Ebehume 3-4 months ago, Emma yet see discussions, Emma ye put 2 documents together. hold and behold, with the strongest possible submissions. Yediko efficacy. Ama say efficacy for no ati omo ho ase. Ama enipa no sebio na ne visa 20 years 5 years no ebeso 2020. Because the visa ne man be 3 years ni. And so no yede call ye no. Yede enipa no permanent residency amano. Because the caseworker did understood. I say the county no must not be from the date the visa ne man no, but instead no from the data enipa no ebeye die obeye family member. And this in effect also shows he say oye family member of an EEC national employer, there is no need to wait for the 5 years visa to come before you apply for your permanent residency. So what me prove say why a family member in the UK for 5 years, sir? This is where you have to start the counting. So why a family member of the EEC national in the UK for 5 years, sir? From the day that you are able to prove as why a family member no for 5 years, you start from there. You can make the application from that particular moment. It may feel say a very good news for some of us. Yedi kan etwa ebia 5 years. And so na afi ne visa na mai. Because of bibia ankoye along the line intino. Ebeye man so ntwe. It may from today I can tell you say so all count what you may be able to count from time obey family member no rather than time home office for AG2 no na kaso be family member enye se enwana no e wo se oso ye wa famudie enye se o the marriage certificate alone na de akogina home office anim ese o ye family member enti omonfa visa no ema o ye family member. You also have to prove and demonstrate as you have the necessary evidence to prove say eye ampase obana na se bema no only natna as a married couples for 5 long years before you can do what? Before you can put in such an application. And it's very, very important. I say, obetis our principles we ase. You cannot simply just say, menen aware for 5 years into yen family. Apart from marriage certificate, you also need to do what? Demonstrate. I say your marriage is genuine. Your relationship is ongoing and subsisting. So relationship no eye ongoing and subsisting. And then ube here a prove say eye ongoing and subsisting. That means he say you will need, for example, you will need a tenancy agreement. You will need, if possible, joint bank account statements. If possible, you will need council tax bill. If possible, water bill, electricity bill, gas bill, TV license. The more evidence that you are able to accumulate, the more evidence that you are able to get. And no, Anna ebechere say what you are doing now is genuine. The evidence that you have is genuine. The relationship is ongoing and subsisting. It's very, very, very important. I say it's not just about say ube show say only nipana aware for 5 years. but also no ube show say uni nipa na every relationship no is been ongoing, is alive for a continuous period of 5 years. And you're very, very crucial. And you're very, very important. And it's a winning mobi, not ne visa, ye diamano abia 2016. Oni obano ewari 2013. Or evidence a chesa obana aye juma from 2013 up to present. Or evidence a chesa oni obano aye awarifo a omawari no emu din a shekan. In this case, you know, kashe nipa ne se omra justice and law solicitors. Freye na ombuku appointment na omehuye na yemuano na onya ni indefinite intentem. Yebesre pi ma omegina phone so emebusa ye se ye ne sen because enya dia yebekyerew odusini ode aduru be ma ba ahahan kra otidi enru no enya dia obekyerew enti yebesre pi more sometimes no what is ansemu ya na mo the phone calls non stop free advice no unfortunately it will not work. Enya dia ebeye adwuma. Yebesre p. So when you bre na pese eboa me sure say obetu anamon no. Because obi na ni abre bia no otu anamon. Otu anamon na ba yebetimi aboa ni aya application no na aye successful amount. Na mum ubegina phone so a ebia kakra betimi aka a kire no enya dia ebeboa. Enti na obi a wotie bia se woni mobi a one bema one oba aware atena for more than 5 years. Na visa nimpo a ye dia ma no se 5 years no enya maya on chase into anamon on free justice and law on 0203. Sorry, I repeat the number once again. The number is 0207 993 5976 Monday to Friday between 9:30 to 5:30. On free na ombuku appointment. Ma on free se oba be free advice. On free no ombuku appointment na omra na ye nkyere no kwan befa so edi aboa no. Because the otu anamo pa no edi boa no. Nemum ubegina phone so I want to speak to lawyer. I want to speak to lawyer. The intention is to get free advice. Never ko baby and asa wa koye wa dia. Sadie no ya bre enya de betimi continue aye sadie ni bi. Enti se wo frɛ na pe free advice na se ye mfiwa sanity ye ka na fidie so before say obi ba koye charge e de akobo ya baby. Because sebio yes you tua bills. Telephone no kra be fra be si so no ye mfa nkyeye. Enti no yes so don e say ye sign kwan kakra because obi akwa adwuma no ye adwuma ye tua neka. The only way yes betimi tua ye ka ene se oso beba na ye ya de na ma me se nya kakra e de tua ye bills. Enti no in short the mechanism say ne there you don't need to wait for the visa to expire before you make the application, as long as you can demonstrate that you are a family member of an EEA national residing in the UK for a continuous period of 5 years, then you will qualify for permanent residency on condition that the marriage or the relationship is been ongoing for a 5-year period of time. The EEC national has been in continuous employment for a continuous period of 5 years. If that is applicable and you are still married, then of course you stand a very good chance you'll be able to make a successful application for you. Number 2, I become wasem a British citizenship. Jamfani say uye EEC national. You have made an application. Ama CCA onsa aka permanent residency. The next step is to get British citizenship. There has been confusion. Ghana for Yentienie. There has been confusion. And that confusion is ongoing. It's still going on. And me take this opportunity. Na me chire mu pa said ya yenkoto yesika ngu because up to now ebimu still omoto omusika gu ya refuse bimo oma baba behume. Unfortunately, there is nothing that I could do. Argentina, there was nothing that I could do because of the law. If the law is against you and you go and see a lawyer, not much can the lawyer do because we all have to apply the law. The making anything. Mechiremu na yemfa nyumba ko MFM na yeba na afi yakoho no mono. Tiyanko ABK so anaja yenko tie anwuwe. Yeba ya na hyese eno so e de ahyehye so. Naturalization. EEC family members who have acquired permanent residency. At what time can they apply for British citizenship?
We're in the top box. Breakfast and pay your best and check 5,000. Not sure that one hour motive bonitin. Equation. What you do? Yes, brother, me should get them to which you from Dio breakfast. BBIS sabotage. Yes, thank you. Minia. I pay a monster junction swap. Contractor. Eja Ponsa, West Sudanamo, FFF. Pay. Upon say. Yawato Yara Soko. Yawato ya suku. Ikwe so besia yawato ya suku. Yaba greater courage. Miniano. Sajon kada kuna toma boma. Kobuko. Ani mokoshi to anenyo tu. Ejam people better at once. If you ever tama, the only dry dogs you can get in Ghana, Tema. Ebe, Sanyo, Tema. Food complex, Commander Boham, and the dump. When I say, maybe I will find a sauce. So, you can fish your vessel, no, when they do my, or so when you are. The best swinging hotel, I bring in one, Tema. On the top of the town. Talk of the town hotel. Some crowd, Dr. Papa Bissochet, my old friend, Dr. Kako. Hey, Uncle Kwesai, another hard worker, Rasta line.
Yes, that's Uncle A.B. Kinson. I'm in Kano. Basically, say, you share British nationality law, Nima. The rules are very simple. Very simple, and that was the case. You know, before 2016-15. Not the rules, not essay. Say, oye EEC family member. Mr. Mopa, Anna Yintini. Because lawyers can be aware of the changes of the law. And I can guarantee you, even the Home Office, some of the case workers are not aware of this. Because of that, are causing a lot of confusion. I remember say, or so for me advice no, but now home office also am na ye confused. Yentie nie pa. Na home office am na ye confused. Enya ne fault because say enipa na onu be make decision no ono ka cho say na tia. Wadwene be yo say eye ampa say sana eye de etie. But what people have to realize they say home office no esu they have different departments. Ana ofra enya de ebeko case worker ho. O make phone call a ebia ebeko reception. Enti reception kakro nim no ana ebia obeka akyerew. O ka kyerew a eno enche se reception no eye de eye right because one hwe yi pe oba o the reception no asem ana say de o ka kyerew no eno na o de be ye adwuma. Afi one hwe yi na akwakọ say odiyema. Enti eye very very important. Ese asem na make an ibeti na sopam ibeti ni because ebeboy. What it is, they say, under the old regime, under the law, no, British Nationality Act 1981 came into effect 1983 January. Say usha law na asama law ne ekenye yentie nie pa. Or say if you are married to an EEC national and you obtain your indefinite leave or your permanent residency through that marriage, after 1 year of obtaining the permanent residency, you are eligible to apply for British citizenship, provided say you can satisfy the other requirements such as residency, such as criminality, such as passing your life in the UK and the English test. Se utimi satisfy other requirements no. Na se ukita permanent residency for 1 year, then you can apply for British citizenship. This was the case before December 2015. Yentie nie pa. Before December 2015. Even now, that is still the law. However, ahana eye crucial no. However, say you name this country no. Sometimes you have the law and you have a policy. Yentie di yo. Under British Nationality Act the sana eka. Na emom uhwe home office policy in terms of the decision making. It has changed. And it's anybody could read the law, no? Na se one could read the policy na. Then that's it. With your application, it will be refused. I had a creative confusion, you know. Obeka say, what is the difference between the law and what is the difference between a policy? Yenimse law there is made by Parliament, and therefore one would expect law to do what? To be supreme as compared to a policy. That, in theory, that is how it's supposed to be. But this country, you see, when we make the law at Parliament, the parliamentarians also recognizes that there could be a time whereby the Secretary of State may have to come with powers or may have to make certain policies without the need for that policy to go through parliamentary scrutiny. And therefore, the law new parliament na yenya Secretary of State no power say you could make policies without the need for Parliament to approve those policies. And once you make those policies, it becomes part of the law. This is where the confusion comes in. This is where a lot of lawyers, a lot of individuals are also getting confused. Adentina Ebanesa, for the simple reason, say, the Secretary of State for the Home Department, the Home Office, no, can come out with a policy without the need to go to Parliament. Certain policies does not need parliamentary approval or scrutiny. So when it comes to naturalization, the Secretary of State has used his powers to come out with a policy to determine as to whether the individuals qualify for British citizenship or not. How does it work? I'm going to explain. Entino se uka se ukwa ready. Sabio information on the Home Office website alone, you will get it wrong. And until sometimes, when it comes to immigration, you don't joke of it. You need to be able to do what? Know the policy, and also to do what? To know the law. So if you come to me today for an advice, not only do I have to know the law, I also have to know Home Office policy in order to be able to give you effective immigration advice. If I don't do that, if I don't know, I'm going to give you wrong advice, and you end up basically submitting useless application, which is going to be refused, and your money is just going to go just like that. It is for this reason that we always advise that if you need advice about immigration and nationality law or any area of law, in fact, it costs you less to get a professional advice than not. Because if you don't, you're going to regret it along the line. So many people have approached me over the months, over the past 5-6 months. The problem appears to be the same. Family members of EEC nationals, they get their permanent residency card. After 1 year, they put in the application for naturalization. Application gets refused on the basis of character test. We all know that in order for an application to be successful, you must have what the Secretary of State will consider to be a good character. When we say a good character, what is a good character? A good character is someone without maybe a criminal record. And even if you have a criminal record, at the time of the application, the criminal record ought to be deemed to be a spent criminal record. And when we say a spent criminal record, what do we mean by that? We mean that under rehabilitation of the Offenders Act of 1974 as amended, the offense have to be deemed to be spent. Typical example is, say you have committed an offense, say Road Traffic Act offense, you've been sentenced to 4 years in prison, say 6 months imprisonment. Under Rehabilitation Act or Rehabilitation of the Offenders Act, after 3 years, 4 years, the conviction will be deemed to be spent. So, for example, if you are submitting an application and you have been convicted of 4 months imprisonable offense, and at the time of the application, there hasn't been 4 years since the sentence. If you do an application within the 4-year period, the application may be refused on the basis of the criminality test. All these are technical stuff that one have to be very, very careful. Because if you don't, you're simply going to put in the application thinking that you can satisfy other requirements, but character and criminality test, if you fail, the application will also be refused. So in this case, for example, when it comes to EEC family members, as we all know, by law, if you are a family member of an EEC national, you are married to an EEC national, there is no legal obligation on you even to make an application to the Home Office in order to live in this country. Some will say, what are you saying? Yes, it is true. It's strange, it's weird, it's ridiculous, it sounds ridiculous. Yes, I understand. I will not challenge that. I will not argue that. But that is the reality. If you are married to an EEC national, there is no legal obligation on you legally to apply for residency card. Then the question is, why do lawyers advise people to submit an application for residency card? We advise people to submit an application for residency card as an official recognition of their existing right to stay in the UK. Also, so that if they are going to look for work, employment, they will not have difficulties. Because if you go and look for work, a lay person who doesn't know the law would care less whether you are a family member of an EEC national or not. All that the person wants to see is where is your visa, where is the evidence that shows that you can work. This is what they'll be interested in to see. So therefore, in effect, what I will say to that is this: it's always advisable to obtain some sort of visa whilst you are in the UK as a family member of an EEC national. Not only that, if you get the EEC national, if you get a visa, it also helps you if you need to leave the UK and come back in. It makes it a bit easy for you as well. So it is for these reasons that we do what? That we advise people to apply for EEC residency card. Many a times, some of the EEC national family members who have obtained their permanent residency card may not qualify for British citizenship after 1 year of obtaining their permanent residency card. Why is this the case? It is the case because in December 2015, the Secretary of State used her powers to come with a policy. And that policy relates to the definition of character. So since December 2015, anyone who has made an application to the Home Office for British citizenship, who in the past has breached the immigration rules or the immigration law, either being an overstayer or being an illegal entrant within the last 10 years at the time of the application or from the time of the application, that person's application stands to be refused. Let me break it down. Let me make it simple. Typical example is this. Say I am a family member of an EEC national. I came to the UK in the year 2008. When I came to the UK, I did not have a visa because I entered the UK illegally. Let's flip the coin. Or I entered the UK with a 6 months visa, visitor's visa. I overstayed my visa in the year 2010. and therefore I became an illegal immigrant. 2012, I have met an EEC national. The relationship has become strong. We have married. Based on my marriage, I was given 5 years visa from 2012 to 2017. Come 2017, I made an application for permanent residency card, which was issued in 2017. Hallelujah. Come 2018, a year after, by applying the British Nationality Act, by looking at the Home Office letter that they sent me when they gave me the permanent residency, you will see that the Home Office will state in that letter that as I am a family member of an EEC national, after 12 months I qualify for British citizenship. Yes, up to now, people are still receiving this type of letters. The question is that true? From the interpretation of the British Nationality Act, that is true. But let's look at the Secretary of State powers that he used to do what? To come up with a policy and the redefinition of a good character. 2015 December, just before Christmas, this was sneak into the policy. The policy states that anyone that submits an application for British citizenship will be refused unless the person can demonstrate that prior to 10 years of making the application, the person has not been in breach of the immigration rules. It's part of a good character. The person has not been in breach of the immigration rules. So as I sit here, and the analogy that I gave, the example that I gave, since I came here 2010 and I overstayed my visa, if I submit my application today, even though I have permanent residency, it has been 1 year since I got my permanent residency, the application will be refused. Why? Because in 2010, I was illegal immigrant. And when you look at the definition of character, it says that if within the 10 years at the time of submission of the application, I have been in breach of the immigration rules or I have overstayed my visa in the UK, that in itself is a reason for the Secretary of State to refuse my application for British citizenship. That is the, that is the reality. I had a pastor coming to me, similar situation. I explained to the pastor. I went on and went on and went on. The pastor told me, well, God is there. Oh, God will do it. God will do it. I turned around and said to the pastor, Pastor, God has already done it. By giving us the knowledge, we need to apply wisdom here. I can guarantee you that if you submit this application, the application will be refused. I said everything I had to say, but this pastor was a very strong believer. He wouldn't listen. He said, I am prepared to gamble. I'm prepared to, go ahead with the application, lawyer. I've heard everything that you've said, but I still want to go ahead with the application. I'm taking risk. I am going ahead against your advice, and I cannot fault you if it happens that way. But I have my belief in my God that is going to work. I printed this policy for this pastor to read and see. The pastor wouldn't take no for an answer. So as a lawyer, and also to cover my own back, I have to draft something called disclaimer for this pastor to sign. That I have advised him against it. He's still prepared to go ahead. If the application is refused, He will not blame me or Justice and Law for solicitors for the refusal of their application because you have advised him against it. So, what then happens? We went ahead with the application. A letter came, he did his fingerprint and everything. 4 months later, refusal. Why was the application refused? Because of character and the interpretation of character. I called this pastor and I said, Pastor, what I told you is exactly what has happened. At that point, he then turned around to say that, you know what, maybe I should have listened to you. God speaks to all of us. I may not be a pastor. I don't have God's telephone number, so I cannot even ring God. But when the evidence is right in your face and is staring at you, do not put God in such a situation. So I would say to you, all our listeners, anyone listening to us today, please, please, please don't go and throw your money away. Don't go and listen to someone who made his naturalization application 6 years ago, because the law has changed. And the law keeps changing all the time. If you don't update yourself, you will apply the old law. And if you apply the old law, your application will be refused. The sad thing is this: once your application is refused, you don't get your money back. You also lose your money. So we need to apply wisdom. It's very, very important. Because if we don't, we will simply throw our money away all the time. So we will bring today's program to an end, and we're going to activate the telephone lines, and anyone who's got a question can also call in. We'll be back in 1 minute.
A diamond pin. 2 speakers on your body.
Bobby stands.
On your Bobby stands. Left and right. 75 watts per channel.
Welcome to Litchfield.
This place is full of criminals.
Guilty as charged.
Mumadi, no, you go one. Munia, I some more to me that I can one. Biara in then, double bombarding the way you go. They are in your dome, Munia, in your dome, young pa. With them feed the woody baby and a Mocodamo. 1 million $1 $1 million $1 million $1 million $1 million not that come here to one physical $1 million $1 million not that come here to one physical $1 million $1 million $1 million I think I'm your shoe one physical. Oh, man, baby, 1 million now. I think I'm your shoe one physical. Oh, man, now. I show money, mama.
I say today your music is not easy at all. Cry. You the masipi afi no you be fa telephone you the telephone lines no ebetuja. Na afi no obi o question bia no ono so bitimi idea afre not wabusa anyone who's got any question in relation to immigration and nationality law. You can call in. We are going to put the lines forward. You can call in and ask any question that you may wish. Also, before we activate the telephone lines, I also have to remind our listeners that anyone who basically made a claim at the Employment Tribunal between 2013 to 2017 that paid a tribunal fee of about £1,200 to the Employment Tribunal, you can claim your money back by going to Employment Tribunal website and completing the necessary forms and basically claim your money back, because there was a fee that individuals had to pay for a hearing at the Employment Tribunal. The government was taken to court that it was unlawful, and therefore the government has made provisions for those people to be reimbursed. So by all means, if you know anyone in that situation, you can then advise the individual. If you don't know how to go about it and you want to instruct justice and law solicitors to get your money back for you, by all means, you can also call our office line, which is 0207 993 5976, Monday to Friday, from between the hours of 9:30 to 5:30 Monday to Friday. You can call us, book appointment to come and see us, and we can then submit a claim for you and get your money back. So that is that one. We are going to activate the telephone lines. If you have any questions about immigration and nationality law, landlord and tenant, employment, and maybe divorce and family law issues, this is your chance to call in and ask any questions that you may have. The number is 0203 002 8482. This is the number to call. If you are in the United Kingdom, that is the number for you. If you are calling from USA and Canada, the number is 312-238-9510. Italy, the number is 068-938-5813. Spain, the number is 938-023-038. You can also call in. By all means, this is your chance. This is the time to call in. Exactly 1 o'clock, we will bring the program to an end. So if you want any legal question, I think this is the chance. This is the time to basically to call the program and ask. So we are waiting for your telephone calls. And whilst we wait for telephone calls, by all means, let's entertain ourselves with Yankee Part 2. Yes, the line is 0203 0203-002-8482 for all your immigration matters, for all your immigration questions. This is the time to call in. Any question that you have, by all means, call in, and we'll then be able to give you free advice. We are not charging you for the advice, so feel free, call in. We have 18 minutes to answer your telephone calls. Many times people are waiting for other people to call in first before they also follow up with the telephone calls. But sometimes, we are unable to answer all the telephone calls because of the time. So we do beg you, if you want to call in, by all means, this is the time to do what? To call in and ask any question that you may have. Today, we've spoken about nationality, especially family members of EEC nationals, and the times that they can they can apply for their citizenship. I know someone tried to call in, but it didn't go through. By all means, you can try again. By all means, you can try again whilst waiting for your phone calls. I will continue basically to explain the legal position, the legal situation. I can understand why sometimes there's that confusion where you get a letter from the Home Office of your permanent residency visa advising you that after 1 year you qualify for British citizenship. But then again, I'm also sitting here telling you that in fact you don't qualify because your application may be refused on the basis of character test. If you have come into the UK and you have not breached any immigration rules, then that is fine. You don't have a problem. You can apply after 1 year. However, if you have overstayed your visa or you entered illegally, then of course the character test is going to bite you. So we need to be able to make the distinction, because some people came in on the basis of being a family member of an EEC national. That means they came with a EEA family permit for 6 months. And once they entered, they made sure that they have applied for EEA residency card within that 6 months. And they have obtained, after 5 years, they have obtained their indefinite leave or permanent residency. Such individuals, they don't have a problem. After 1 year, they can do what? They can apply for British citizenship. But the problem is for those people who overstayed their visas. The problem is for those people who entered illegally, because the definition of character is going to bite those people. So those people are the people that we are referring to today. Those people are the people that we are talking about today. that they have to wait and make sure that they have 10 years lawful residence in the UK before they make any move, before they attempt to do what? Submit the application for British citizenship. And also, one thing that we have to bear in mind is this. British citizenship is not by right. British citizenship is privilege. You can tick all the boxes. The Secretary of State can still say no to you. Either being fair or not being fair, because it's a privilege. And therefore, if you are making an application for British citizenship by way of naturalization, no one can guarantee the success of that application. No one can guarantee the success of such application. The reason is simple, because it's a privilege. I will use one high-profile case as an example. Muhammad Al-Fayed, the former owner of Harrods. We all know what happened when he applied for British citizenship. He was told that his character is questionable, and for that reason, the application was refused. His brother made an application. The application was successful because Al-Fayed was someone that some would argue was controversial, because there was a claim that he made that he has given brown envelope containing £50 notes to a politician to ask questions on his behalf. And in that respect, it was deemed that behavior was not appropriate behavior. And for that reason, his character became questionable. For that reason, the application that he submitted was not successful. He fought the case to the highest court, but still, the application was unsuccessful. Someone is asking, is that to say that overstayers do not qualify for British citizenship? The answer is no. The reason the answer is no is that if you overstay, at some point you will qualify for British citizenship, provided that you have a 10 years clean record from immigration breach. That's what I'm saying. You have a 10 years clean record from the date that you become an overstayer and obtain your citizenship up to the time of the submission of the application. So a typical example is that you came to this country in 2006. 2018, you obtain your indefinite leave to remain. On the 10 years anniversary from the time that you obtain your legal visa, you could make an application for for British citizenship. Let me just try and explain it again. Maybe this time it will be a bit more clearer. Say 2006, I was living in the UK unlawfully. Fine. 2008, I married a British citizen. Fine. On the basis of that marriage, I was given 2.5 years or 2 years visa in 2008. 2010, I applied for indefinite leave to remain, which was successful. Since I became legal resident in the UK in 2008, I will not qualify for British citizenship if I have not already made my application before 2015 December, I will not qualify for British citizenship until 2018, the anniversary from the date that I became legal in the UK. And then by all means, the person will qualify, but say nipa na encha 10 years clean record from immigration breach, the person's application will be refused. That is what the law says. It's not me saying it. It is what the law says. And therefore, if someone rushes and make an application without having 10 years clean record, i.e. living in the UK lawfully for 10 years, the person's application will be refused. We are still waiting for your telephone calls. If you have any questions, by all means, please call in, because exactly 1 o'clock, it will bring program to an end, and this will be followed by Pastor Dia from Christ the Livingstone will be bringing us the word of God. So if you want to call in, once again, the number, studio line, is 0203 002 8482. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Na mpachodi de sena ina kasefree.
Oh, mpachodi Bismarck in kasefree Reading.
Bismarck from Reading. Bismarck here kone say. Reading for ho ye de.
Na we adom we aho ya hapa.
Reading for se che omo nyina.
Ai, yes, we dey your friend na abo abaso. O juma pa odi eboa amansan. Did you hear first topic now? What kind, you know? And then now, like I said, no credit. Me and Kasa Ebia to me. I'm a baby who like that. I'm born. Yeah, what kind? See, with the no credit. To me, too many animals now for say we me are all such station there. But I'm baby who like that. I'm a so between our boy. I'm an I. So those people are my dear. They say between our boy.
Eja Bismarck. Eja Bismarck ebia afenu bidi na fidie na ato hanamo. Enti sanka timi chirechiri mu eya mfi sanka bebo amanfo pa. Because sometimes no un say sebio obi aton ade a obeka de ebe a obi attract nipa. Na obi a sebio o se onka se obi o se me. Justice and law timi aboa no. So ho enti no odi anima example. Ese me visa ye de ma me time say yes no 2020 na nkebeso na emom na say ni say enti tumi chirechire mu ya nkebe me de pampa cho
you mati o de ma me tubu na me chire mu ye
nyanto wase pa na chirechire mu ye, because sometimes no aya na ebi mo ntiase sebio e wa chire kakra enti nyanto wase na obie mu e te say class 1 teacher na o chirechire mu mako a e me say ebebo ye nyina, because the thing is say kwan ni bia mentena ho enka so obi nkwansa, because ekwan ni bia ntentem no ayu ho afrim no aye de ese oye no oso mu adwo enti na ekromu ahwe unse bibia ba, especially say Bitcoin or say de you obom di kan invest here no, they have made their money, they are gone. Why don't ba ko shem sisi an why too late, and opportunity never, don't waste your time and tentem na so take advantage na ko anim. Eja Bismarck mpacho yanko
yo what we dey no credit de waka no nanka me visa no 5 years nanka be with 2020 na Kenya ni tama essay na so babe ma o chere mi nema me timi na de ba obiti na bo ama akwaje me afetra no afebo nti ya na kosesa ina de ba ma o he say ya ade biti na yi na nyado we ya de coin so atimi ayi nti yeah, the old kind of kind of the right documents in the bank one there. Lawyer back up between about me say me say if I come here to lawyer back and illustrative for women from the serious the all kind of credit to do
ana meka say baby so a free buy also wo here enye na wo sisi ampacho
me ka say free reading
also ka say free reading obi ti London o ka say omra justice and law say kon awa oni time wo de beba say nipa no serious say nipa no nye serious say nipa so na wo ye sure obefra ka say my friends will be amfa the person is not prepared to book an appointment or be free and to be gina radio no say wa free obi amfa ene emfa ho nchewo yes no kro obi beka e defend ye ho because when you brea utu anamon unfortunately ebi mu nye serious gise ejegu nachi ense na wasa na daje abawo ana de bia ye kan no se wanya adaje anye wa home a obenya adaje ewu se wanya adaje anko seek legal advice ama wanye the right thing a obetu sika egu cause emre pi no amanfo ba be hu ye no mo case na aye poto no ma say no ense na oba be hu o afi obehwe no ye hu hwe enyeji was me call lawyer no krokra wantimi amwa me and before you make a move no please make sure say you go to the right places. There are so many people pretending to be lawyers squeezing you obi o wasika kakra obi tuama lawyer ntino oba kofa enkwanche lawyer onim pass nipa ne nye lawyer enso be ko ebubuka ne sima was Ghana for lawyers uso nim se nipa ne nye lawyer enti emre pi no sometimes no aya yen ade ye no eso mfa so na ne nya oba baby papa so osumajo so ya fa na se menya me ya da mase
etumi ni anu aka nyina afo kwa na bi mu ma yentra ho mu ma mu kwa mo ne hu la da ko o jide so bitu ma bo that's it wala
ye da wasipi ba kofo akohu odansini wo he we nyame kwa nam ko hu yo an ma ba beka odansini ana eyi niti no ye da wasipi bre Eja Adams ready for ina so ye chiachia mo we dey SF okukrodufo because me castle line abeda ho no na obi atwen say obi nko first no no aba beto aso ma unya kukuduro ana ode koye ana esiwiye esuye soso no se bi wan fan show ho wasa aba bedi ho adanse adwempa wo tirim nti usi yenuanum nyina mo sa situation ni mu don't waste your time ma ho nye ha na wo so bra enti ada wase Eja Evans yanko ne yanko fa yenua ono soso aba 1167 edru so.
Good afternoon, lawyer.
Good afternoon. Pacho di say na kase free.
Vim lady ne me kase free ready.
Vim lady, hey, and they ready for Mama Ju radio na boso. Ready for at say.
Radio mo.
Na Vim lady, and
hello. Anya bone. That's my tea with discussing no. Na answer me so they were the same as the that's me yami the 2015.
2015.
They were 20. Yeah, they were 2020.
That's right.
And February 2020. Now can be said, so now council tax any bank statement anyway. Actually, say motive na say will be no say inclusive with the rent now and also be anything.
Okay. Okay.
And I miss Busa say early 2020 no make me aba be one.
Yes, that's exactly what we've talked about today. I've just had an email or a text message or through Facebook. We have a lot of people listening to us. They don't speak the Ghana language, so I will try my best to basically to explain it in English and as well as Cree, so that both of everyone can understand it. Our dear sister called the show to say that she's been married to an EEC national. The visa was actually issued about 3 years ago, and therefore 2020 will be the time that she can then apply for indefinite leave to remain or permanent residency. She's wondering whether she can actually submit the application before the 2020. The answer is yes, you can submit the application before the 2020, provided that we can show that you have been married for at least 5 years as at the time of the submission of the application. So, for example, you've been married since 2013, for example. That would then mean by 2018, you've been married for at least 5 years. However, in order to make a successful application, it is also very important that we demonstrate that you've been living together as a married couple for 5 years from the date of the marriage. Your issue is this: if you live in a shared accommodation and most of the bills are not in your names, perhaps it's in the landlord's names, what would you do? Okay, fine. There is nothing that you can do because it's simply not in your names. However, what you can do is to get the landlord to write a supporting letter to state that the tenancy, i.e. the bills, is inclusive. So the landlord has to give you a tenancy agreement. And the tenancy agreement on its surface must state that the rent is inclusive of water bill, gas bill, electricity bill, and maybe TV license, which will be exclusively be paid by the landlord. So if that is the case, then no one could expect you to be able to provide a water bill in your name because you are not responsible for paying the water bill. However, you will be expected to provide 5 years dossier of evidence from 2013 to 2018. So, for example, GP letter. If you live with your husband in the same address, there is general expectation that you and your husband will be registered at the same GP. Maybe you go to the same dentist. You can get letters from the dentist. Maybe you go to the same optician. For eye check every year, you can get letters from the opticians. Maybe you have joint account. You have statements for 5 years from 2013 to 2018. Maybe you have life insurance from 2013 to 2018. Letters from government agencies, such as the HMRC. Every year, tax codes, letters are written to individuals. You have other documentary evidence to show that your relationship has been ongoing since the time of marriage. You have resided with your husband continuously from the time of marriage up to the time of the application, and your husband has worked continuously from 2013 to 2018 and is able to evidence this by way of P60s or HMRC employment history. If you are able to demonstrate this, I don't think the Home Office will have an issue in giving you a permanent residency card. I hope I've covered your question.
Yes, thank you.
No problem at all.
Yeah.
I have to speak English because I'm getting messages that we don't understand. So I'm trying my best to also to cater for everyone. So basically, the American say, "Senior evidence say, many me kunatana for 5 years. Many na worry for 5 years. Me kuna yejuma 5 years. Say tenancy say bills nimpo enye yedi na da so. Na say landlord no e ma tenancy agreement say landlord no ana etua bills ni nyina. At least you will still be expected to have some sort of evidence of what do you call it? Joint commitment in the relationship, such as joint bank statement, maybe TV license, maybe life insurance documentation, maybe letters from government agencies, from HMRC, employment history, and other documentation to support such applications. So when you said about justice and law, we will do you justice, because I believe that through operation of the law, we will achieve justice. Thank you very much.
Okay, I think I'll book an appointment and come and see you.
Not a problem at all. If you want to book an appointment, the number is 0207-993-5976.
I got your number.
Yeah, a lot of people are listening.
I got your number.
No problem.
Okay.
Vim lady, I know. But some people are listening, they don't know justice and law. So I'm just, putting the number out. And if they want to call in, by all means, they can also call us. And basically, we can give them the right advice. Because it's sad to see a lot of people throwing their money away because they go to the wrong counsel and get the wrong advice. But with justice and law, we believe through operation of the law, we can always do justice to people. All right. Thank you very much, Vim lady. Yeah, we don't fight to lose. Then. We go out to win.
We win. Always win. We are the winner.
We are the winners, we never lose. We are the winners legal system.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Okay, now let's go to 860. Bye-bye. Hello, 860.
Hello.
Good afternoon. What's your name and where you calling from?
I'm Owusu. I'm calling from Swindon.
Owusu are from Swindon in is it Shropshire? Which Wiltshire? Wiltshire. That's right. Swindon from Wiltshire. We say Wiltshire. What can we do for you today?
Okay. Well, I've been listening to you and just want to confirm that I heard what you said right. So I will use myself as an example.
Please go ahead and fire.
Okay. Well, myself and my husband got married in 2013.
Mm-hmm.
And then we made the application in 2014, which Home Office refused. And then we had to appeal and then go to court. And then they issued the visa. They issued my visa in 2015. So I want to ask, in this case, hello?
You are still live?
In this case, do I calculate from when we were actually married, which is 2013, and then make the calculation to which will be the 5 years calculation, which will be in 2019, or I have to wait until 2020, where the Home Office said that my 5 years will be 2020 for me to apply for the permanent residency.
Yeah. I would say, from what has happened this week, Mr. Adams called. He had very similar situation as you. Technically, if you look at his visa would have expired in 2020. However, the application was put in 2013. So therefore, the marriage took place in 2013. And therefore, if you look at the calculation, 2018, well, that means he's been married for 5 solid years.
Yeah.
And therefore, on that basis, the application was made on that basis. He was able to demonstrate that he has resided with his wife since 2013 up to present. The wife has been in employment from 2013 up to present. He had a lot of documentary evidence to prove that his relationship is genuine, ongoing, and subsistent. The application was submitted when? About 3 months ago. And behold, the application has been successful. This week, he's been granted permanent residency. Even though the visa will be expiring, the old visa would be expiring in 2020. You see the point? So in your case, by using the same analogy, you've been married since 2013. If you can prove to me that your husband has been in employment from 2013 up to 2018, and your marriage has lasted in the UK for 5 years, taking into consideration the months as well. So if you got married in February 2013, your husband has worked continuously from February 2013 to February 2018, and you have evidence of cohabitation from 2013 up to present, then you don't need to waste time. You need to come back again come to Justice and Law. Let's go and sort your permanent residency for you so that you get yourself out of this immigration dilemma and confusion that is happening to a lot of people.
Okay.
So that is the long and the short of it.
Thank you very much.
I hope it's clear.
I really appreciate your explanation. It's very clear. Thank you.
Merci beaucoup. Thank you very much. Me patcho so person Freda Ketchi so a ubetimi afre no aketchi. Number ID djuma no 0203. Aha, I to so sa. Okay, ya semo me say ni papa ko peniti mi frɛ. Ya sem ye fe ni petu ana a clash. Hello 9762.
Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon to you. What's your name and where you calling from, please?
My name is Constance.
Your name is Constance. Hello, Constance. What can we do for you this afternoon, Constance?
Yeah. Okay. I'm in a bus, so I can't speak loudly.
And you catchy why? Catchy that brought for me to papa.
Yo, it's a new canon. Like I say, yeah, indefinite, you know. Now, events yet the end 2016. I don't know, you basically apply for a British passport, yeah, and I think so. So what color now over inside 2012. Now, I apply for 5 years and now 7 courts. 8 years, man, way in 2015 or the 14. I don't know between it when it end 2020. Now, now, between apply for
yes, if you look at the case now, as long as you can prove that you've been a family member of the EEC National or in cases of retention, you have continued to be dependent on your non-EEC National, then by all means, once you have acquired the 5 years, by all means, you can put in the application for permanent residency.
Yeah, me can say Akolano will depend on me now.
Yes.
It's meaning that now up to now. It's not a seminar court 2012 you know. And my own 5 years, you know, 2015. It will end 2020. Now, no me apply for indefinite.
Yes, Obetimi, because he's been a family member for a continuous period of 5 years.
Okay. It means so me apply for British passport now.
Oh dear, no. The trick a woman said we have to go back the last 10 years. Between 2018 and 2008, have you been in breach of the immigration rules?
2018.
From 2018, say yes, started from now. Yemfa ne self say upu the application itum ene. And to ube hubia, I have to go back 10 years ago. And to 2018, no, 10 years ago, every 2008. And from 2008 to 2018, no, have you overstayed your visa in the UK? What's in a chromo eda? No, we need visa now. That's the question I say, Busa. If the answer is yes, sir, and your application for naturalization be refused. And you know, I was saying, count from time I do first visa, no 5 years, no. And the question is, first 5 years, no, year being.
Okay. 2011.
And he said, "About 2011, yeah, yen countumra yenim for 10 years. So that would take us to 2021. And 2021, on the 10th anniversary, no, your application was sumajo. And yes, sir, no kokase nyame ho. And yes, says kind of fabeto collection I mean mini because ebe yen shirama. Also fu be kan bi o, nyame ho. Ana yokoto ni sika guye. And he said, Nyame on ye nyaka. Nyankopon amo adwene, ese dwene. Wa ma adwene wisdom apply it. O si nyame wo. Nyame o so ni pewu. I didn't think I say Yami want to be Kojina high street so and I say motorway so car bomb ya engu. So Chinese you know Kojina lions then or see Yami or Kojina lion on him and all chanty. Ye lion in say it's seen now. I feel no Johnny. I didn't know you know. Uncle Berry in life. So I am not titi Yami kwa. I did be on my Yami so my goodness again. Was in Yami or on Sanyo dear baby. Entino sana etie. It's my Constance.
Send email number. My friend near my send me akola no win.
Enya den kra. Enti e de besa kasa biem. Baby I will be a chill mu nyina. Ye come Melting Kings. Ye come Melting Kings. O hini na kasa belande.
Good afternoon, lawyer.
O hini ba na say. So that you need no introduction. Obey I say more. Ebi mu gidi too much.
Lawyer, gidi kan yo. Gidi to me come assembly. Ye manyame African. Ye manyame bread.
Eh manyame bread do ye tete no.
That's ye deliver law with nyame be ye. Ye dem kasa e okure yi. E bia me kasa asem. With nyame be nyame be. Ya e bia se ne ngeni kwa so be hu lawyer. Na wa de kotum. Imagine say sofu we. What on what? I get advice no de be ma wo.
It's been a lesson for him.
Enti ye bre no. Lawyer, obi hunu ayi kura ekote bayira huma mu a amwa kete na ene asemuri na se so ka fe me nka ma ya but de bia miti.
That's right.
The ndia mama ba me ni se ka ko ya we question we me buta be 3 times. Because me follow on that. And I remember what 2012. It's in the permanent residency was ended 2017. By a number say you the Conabra home of the year issue May in 2015. I banned 2020 years been come with the prepared. But all years 2012. If you talk about without question 3 times. A program e fast assembly hu nti me mu de kwoti ba ira hu manwu a mokase a assembly a da bia na bisai ene de akaka se ye timi de ko abra time a wale no ntimi proof a bisanya nti oya mo mahu se lawyer Ovenda ko we lawyer bia we research na eme bia udi update in the play na se ya ibetime sua ne ma nya ko yeni. Enti masem we ya da bia ma se na dia betobu me se me fi ha mani age pa na ke ni kwa se ni pa wesi e time akopem 2020 dim
David
me obeda hu na me shira we a lawyer we a dynamic ampa we a professor ampa you don't see wo we say da bia me de make am this what follow na ne what be ya to mu dia na yes be hedi be timai nti atiefo we die otame we ni matam kan wona na wasoma na da ho na ye chai na ye nyane ntem the lawyer na see na me ma we na awie start
atiefo nyina so ejo so ye da wasipi afi yenko na yenko fa yenu so 8080
Hello, good afternoon, lawyer.
Good afternoon to you. Patrodi, they say na kase free.
Media course, me kase free demonzi.
Ako?
Nyamishra bebe da CP Saturday dia you and say oh my more teachers.
That's right.
Na boy so e ya brabo. The question let's say according to the church about naturalization. Not as anything in the church and so we not 10 years ago my own naturalization na. Because according to the worker, so even my benya 5 years a visa, my acquire permanent stay after 1 year corona. So on the me from 10 years interval.
That's
which means that my tranquil my 7 years could have a permanent residence after 1 year so I can't do naturalization.
That's right. That is exactly the point. Because you know, each and every individual circumstances is different. And you know, and you generally say, until I had 10 years, untimi enye naturalization. Name say what na ha ebum rane so dadea. That is where the key is. And you know, be every oba or the visitors visa ne buy. Or buy, you know, visa ni wu. And if visa ni nye wu pe at that point, you know, why you born on? It's an immigration offense. And if obi oha ye china, or say, oh, me nye boni bi aso ya chime. The fact is that you have overstayed your visa, no, a offense. It's a bonnet. So, and you know, also, or the quenching in a buy, and your visa not the buy, offense also. What be rema? What control? Why you deception? And I baby room, and a bonnet, a immigration offense. And now say, what brought Obimpo? I'm not also immigration offense, da, and also so a immigration offense. And once you have offended the immigration law, no, a punishment, no, a bemono, and a way of punishing you, say, you have taken advantage of our laws in the past, and to punish you, no, you must have 10 years clean record, free from immigration abuse or immigration, what do you call it, free from immigration offense. Free from immigration offense during the 10 years. And you know, if that is the case, then you will qualify. And you know, unfortunately, up to now, say Encrofonia Home Office letter now I actually see a more permanent residence now. Letter now you also say after 1 year you can apply for British citizenship.
Yeah, that's true.
Who apply, they will refuse you and your money will go.
Money, yeah.
And you're very sad because who say who has a letter now? Almost also say after 1 year you will qualify, but please refer to our website on da. And no ye almost catch. It is our catch, you know. So all this information you now you refuse to. Now babaka, obeka yourself me catch say naturalization section honomo for an update of the naturalization law. And now people have to realize they say Home Office there are different departments, different sections. So what the application ekoma omoye EEC application ho adwuma ono no ya training is say EEC application kwa ho adwuma na wonyo eti half of the time no onim de ekoso naturalization department any naturalization law eti uko free Home Office reception ono de na adwuma ne say emra ne say after 1 year you qualify enti sa no be ka kire so ho obi ma ba be di achi ne ye fe ne say Cameroon ni bi me say onim be di achi ne ono mpo de way different also Cameroon ni bi di be di achi ne o se chinchina amenye ana se maame me de kwa ye mfa ma me diska achi e ma wo fa wono nkose mo ba bi enti application no menye ma wo so de call lawyer foforo e ma lawyer ne ye ma no ama ya refuse no
that's it
there's so anko twen for 6 months pa anko qualify you ya refuse de wie no afi no de abase menye ma no wako to skegu over £1,000 and no na me dwene ho I don't get it. Only this week, I had another client, Vietnamese. Chinchinia, on also say me fanko. And I'm saying, baby, I've known you for about 7 years. Me and me your application now from beginning, baby. I cannot look at you in the eye. No, we say young farmer. No, my Jew sick. Na me de call. Na young farmer. Any person, any power. Young farmer na. Okojina baby. Lawyer we na young farmer.
True.
So, a good name is better than riches, no. And be no. Eti me catch any plain. Esa mami. Enya dia miss me ayade no. Opa, fako baby foforo. They will refuse you and you will come back to me. Afe who say many abre no. Afe no so David, thank you very much for your honesty. Sometimes so can you create nipa na. Ana nipa empedo mo said your all pet in nya na wo ka wo mpe.
On pet, that's true.
So but the kra no eya ba ko pe. Me so de me se me de ne kra be ya adwuma. Eno tina de bia be ba mo office ba beto me no. Me nya sankrofo na obo setina se no afa back door no adwane ni bi. I confront my fears. Yes. So
okay, lawyer. Me pato me the any year. Me ba mo me the visitor's visa. That me the application 2 months and ewu. But about 3 months prior to time we be wu. But ya did 5 years na me na visa na work. In this case no me breachy and am breachy.
Oh, the one breachy because all the visitors visa na buy for 6 months. And no cry na enwu ana oye die ana ode application ana omode eno so die omode eno so emao enti no omde mawo no technically no basically you have gone through but ade asembusani sadio so ya ade a omde wi nkrofo pa
okay
oba no o ka kire immigration officers for ne say oba for how long
and also another point.
Aha. Minimum be a refusing application because of that point. Because ABA over no, o say over for ABA for 2 weeks. After a 6 months visa, o say 6 months visa, and me na kranko. And therefore no, metri man, I'm a 2 weeks in Abroso. Technically no, busari so, but the fact is so I say 2 weeks, I overstay 2 weeks, you know. Do any because we can intro. And also see a BBA on bet media real. Say ABA you have used deception. But however, say your reason to our uncle, you bet me agent so Eddie I'm making very strong submission. Amount obey okay.
Okay. Thank you very much, lawyer.
No problem. Mufa.
No problem at all. Okay, Yemfa obi foforo na fe yenko yanim.
Mufa me die no.
Okay, Yemfa die mame kwai.
Oh, thank you, lawyer. What is saying?
Nyamia dum boko na bachowa na ka say.
Hello? I'm a country bang be me to me country ni years but that's now best in the
okay,
me and clean but me I can.
Oluga.
Me can yeah papa.
Tete.
Yeah papa.
Yeah
me see. Best 2014 no mo no. Omo mami efike for no mami what a discretionary leave to remain.
That's right.
2.5 years. That I will do it 4 times.
Yeah.
Okay, 2014. So 2016, no more. Me apply for renewal. Say me another 2.5. But me say, lawyer no year to say spouse visa.
Okay, or convert it.
But me feel it from first one. To me feel it call and me say, Montreal FC charge. Enti omo rejected bring me back. The omo rejected bring me back no. Ti me somebody here for me come lawyer. And oye mami. Oye mami no omo see me out of time. Enti me free room am me kro nyina free room anko Ghana. Enti ye appeal ye court. This year in March. And this May in decision iba say man winning but judge in see out of immigration rule
outside of the immigration rules
yes outside immigration yen fam mami and the yen fam mami no me change say ade ni beba no ade ni ba ye no mo see me san year 2.5 ni 4 times biom na intiminti ase say bibi wo ho a me ya na nka maji wo me maji nyama ni nya wo lo ya no de abrɛ because sa onu kura mi ko keke se on fill form no come minim say be take long time sa be court no
that's fine
but me bisa so wo chire mi say bibi wo ho am here because 2.5 na ma ye no legally say me wo kromo am minim kun na ti minim kun atna from 2012 minim started 2007 but you worry 2012 Timinti ase say 2.5 no 1 year and 1 frame one mama indefinite leave to remain but mu mama 2.5 no 1 year 2.5 na free o some mama say me san 10 years biom enu na minti ase no
okay ukunu oye ede visa ni nationality ede
oye British oye krom hani
okay what I will say to you they say dentia omo e kan say say when immigration health surcharge na
but ya kotua o second one ya tua
okay so
second one lawyer no tua e
so first one in December ho a de call court no meboa
yes
nti akwa say route na peso take no I mess it up at the moment
I mess it up
tino mo granting with the rules I will granting outside of the immigration rules no because within the rules no you don't qualify enti do ko 10-year route no say your mount visa na ubetimi convert it into a spousal visa no, instead of 10 years no ebe cut about 5 years Now after 5 years.
After 2.5 no met me in spousal visa no.
We need 2.5 now. No change no man can cram years in enko.
Me the ba wo. But I feel so me person be give me money free me lawyer no because nyama mo de be fa so work hono mo no me pebet na me kon see e warm hono me dia komo mo no. Me mom no plan me lawyer kran me lawyer no go shepherd bush but ye twem na me say ye feeling na ye mistake no ene ma ye fa on fa ma we no mo no mo feeling ma ye na ye mistake bi o after de me hu na asem na ko ye chinchwan ye kokot na enti person me dio from so ba me ko see wo dia mom da ma ye wie enti sesia go so gu ya ye wie ti say hwini hu a me ye dia kwai be na me fa so a me ginia ma na from so me tumi ka twem so mo fa ma me na say me ntwen. Okay. Seta do na me ye no na me ka che say me la na gi wo mo so na me ye ne den. Me pese ye ntokwa na be ye bibi.
Enya ntokwa say.
Ko wo be fast wo no I don't like it.
Okay. So who pese ojo file la.
Unim say time sa time na ye tua court no tua 800 court fee no.
Yes, I'm introduce you na yes.
E dey me tua 800 no. E di mom no. Ena echire no na so mo balance me. Me wan na mo sabe kwan so afa balance ni nyina. Yes, ya 140 amu be ma me nsusu. Girl bi wo ka che me say omu fa ma me na me gi me 140 no. Wo de che me kwa me fa so am gi me nyama ne.
Enema eye wodia is your documents. Yes. They can only keep it if you are owing them money. Say
I'm not owing them.
Only more kanaka so for Niama, they cannot keep it. It's your documents. Yeah. Say if they don't want to give it to you, Oba, ye ba ko jadi na bro. Why?
Yo mate.
Yeah, that's it.
Mate. Yo be da wasipa.
Yeah, that's it.
Na first so me ba have be hu went me draw no na ma kame ba ne de no.
Okay, no problem. And two ba ne akani why. 295. Ye money tough na ye nko ye nim why. Ye say 30 pass afa aba. E say ye pon program na Christ the Living Stone e say nyamesem na ebreye. Enti no ofra na say edru so na aka intentem na yetimi atwe ye ho na Christ the Living Stone asafo so sidi nyankopon asem na breye. 548 mpacho ye nko. E na aka say frudi dey say.
Hello, lawyer. Good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
From Natiki, me zuni me pa.
Unim say minimo pa. Hey.
Unimo pa. From Natiki clothing.
Afe na kasa binim say unim me pa di. Na yonko.
Lawyer, but me tia upa, but now it's like after my a little bit confused.
Sir.
Me de me akasa me be example na me see
na ma direct answer.
I understand what you are saying.
Okay.
That's why. Was that maybe they buy in 2015? No, more granted me 5 years.
That's right.
On that basis, does that mean say I have to wait for 2020 or 2019 to apply for indefinite?
2019, because you need to start from.
I got married in 2012.
Okay, if 2012, then you start from 2012 coming forward. So that means technically, 2017 you would have qualified for permanent residency, provided they say ukruna ayejuma continuously. You see, and you have resided together continuously for that 5-year period. So with me prove that you will not have a problem.
So I don't have to wait for 2020.
No, you don't have to wait.
Mine was my status. They granted me the papers on the base on my marriage.
Yeah, and you don't have to wait because Papa of Bismarck
really
on your boat and what they need nearby. We have to go and test the waters. And to be honest, I was partly surprised because in the past, I have done similar applications. Said Mabaku and Famabaku. And it's time SMS for DBM. And Bismarck Banam say, look, this has happened in the past. But personally, I think it's about time we need to test the waters again. So we went back again with the right documentation, and I can tell you, and yes, Obi Gananu, Papa Nafre Ediadansi, the evidence is there. I say, lawyer, you know what? I have nothing to lose. Let's go. And a questioner, Prince Charles, any a job watching, a busa question way over and over and over. But for me, I try not to just talk. I want to have evidence to back it up. So, okay. I say Kennedy Japan or Cassia so Casado, and so Rebecca Biana be beat actually. Sanity.
Okay. I can go for the application, right?
Definitely. As long as say Ukruna Aye Juma continuously. Why?
All right.
Okay, Yanko, 5024. Patrick Yanko. Bye bye. 5024.
Lawyer Mahao.
Mahanibi. Now, Patrick, Hey, Nana Kwame Bako pe 20 ni fi hene. Yankwe.
Lawyer me say the old cano. So ombetie a me dia dan say the old ka bia no kro mu tie papa. Madam fu bia wasoma wo kai say who break immigration rule for 10 years now. Unya
yeah.
I'm some review program a friend na or Jimmy Kasa. To say the news fast to say wine.
Then he said to say why
wine. What is colored? Crater that's into a visa crater that's what he said they're okay. And he or also barrel. What they a pansra and a buyer now back to the moon hour. Who fear do know okay. And so as was say, when you are now when you are a citrano dear, your man a crater dear. Obekwaje Kroma dear. And I'm see there be my lawyer a car some tie. Oh your program the common TA. Also you know what dear. Lawyer me say and then answer was Susa and see Kenya. Eti so ba na udum ye na wo kasa me trebi nuanum Ghana for so wo mu tie asema wo kan pa enyi obi sika na sebe wo pe ye adwuma no ni yie mu ni wa wudi a wo pe se da bia obi a frɛ bolding pa no e na wo pe trebi nuanum Ghana for no so ba na wo chechire mu a obi anya so pa no nti asema wo kan yi pa na ebebo aye na o mpe ye kabo enu nti na wa tu ho acha o pese oboaye no the lawyer we there if for no matter was e wo uncheche mu a o de maye no
eja 20 yes ye da wasi pi aya sometimes they're very sad say ebimu they just throw their money away set time no enye writer ye besre pi aya yentie the right advice said there is can pending said there yenkotu isika enye de engu because ebiane se eja eken kenipa no eyedin na nkotie de wokana anase nkotie de ye kana ankani sika wankotu engu but obi wo ha de obeken bia no ntie gisa won ani ansa se say adanisum over £1,000 wakotu egu it me talk about 50 bags of cement ama ultimate start of foundation wakotu egu entino yentie anase yenye information from the right source said ya ebitimi idea aboaye ya da masipi se ene modi mo fidie ne so atoa na boti die de abremo yakopon enka obi a no nhira obi a next week ye besai ababiem se se yakopon asemo abremo mo hwe Facebook and internet su nyina no monya crowd 5 minutes time we be back live entino yenti de yakopon eka kire asafo no
oh na 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 Yesu ayemi huni ya minka